Hello everyone, what is up? Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. Today we're going to be talking about what's happening with XRP in the XRP community. Now, CoinMarketCap, XRP, 14 cents right there. So it looks like we're in the green territory now, so that's a good thing for the whole crypto space in general. But if we go to J9 Delton's tweet, yes. Now, this is from Bearableguy123, April 14th, 2018. So if we take a look at this now, this is very interesting. This is XRP BTC. So April 11th, very huge spike. Look at that. Now another, yes, April 12th, huge spike once again. April 13th, we see huge spikes all over the place. So guys, now what's next? April 14th. Look at that. So will we see huge spikes all over the place as well? Now this is a very interesting chart. So look, 11, 12, 13, 14. Even though there might be a 2-year delta, but we'll still have to wait and see for April. Before we jump into news, guys, I'd like to say I'm not a financial advisor, nor this financial advice. It's just for entertainment value only. Jack the Rippler tweeted out, people are saying banks will use Swift GPI and not XRP. In quotations, XRP is dead. Watch. Graham Bright 2019. We may also see Ripple XRP moving across the Swift network as a currency. Everyone will use XRP. Let's watch this video.
There's a discussion surrounding crypto replacing Swift. So we did speak earlier where you mentioned that it's not necessarily about replacing Swift, it's about complementing it. So let's get some more information on this.
Okay. I used to work for Swift. I was Swift for 20 years, so Swift is flowing through my veins. Swift is the preeminent messaging system for the financial industry, which covers, say, payments, FX, trade, in terms of securities, etc., nostra reconciliations, etc. What we're looking with the crypto, though, is where Swift would have a store and forward system for most of its payment transactions, where you need service level agreements that in a certain time I will do something, but payment turns up at a certain time during the day. Here we're looking at the new network styles, which allow instant, real-time movement of the funds and visibility of those funds as well. So we would not have a situation where banks need to come back to you and say, have my funds arrived? It's 3 days later. I need to find out or find query messages moving around the network. There's nothing like that. I don't believe Ripple is going to replace Swift. Ripple is one of the complementary networks which is going to allow those institutions who need real time to make use of that. And I think we're also seeing that Swift are changing their network capability so that real time will be a possibility as well. But we may also see Ripple XRP moving across the Swift network as a currency when we're perhaps using something like FX.
Now, so, I just slightly moving on for a second, because
FX, and as well, guys, who doesn't want real-time settlements? Comes from 700 billion quantitative easing, interest rates cuts to 0. Here's a simple cartoon to explain it all in just 2 minutes.
Did you hear about the Fed?
No. What about the Fed?
They announced another round of the quantitative easing.
What does that mean?
It means they are going to make large asset purchases via PAMO.
What does that mean?
It means they are going to expand their balance sheet and buy treasuries.
What does that mean?
It means they are going to print a ton of money.
So why do they call it the quantitative easing? Why don't they just call it the printing money?
Because the printing money is the last refuge of failed economic empires and banana republics, and the Fed doesn't want to admit this is their only idea.
So why do they want to print the money?
Because they say we have the deflation, and the deflation is very bad.
What is the deflation?
The deflation is when prices of the things we buy go down.
Isn't that good? Doesn't it mean the people can buy more of the stuff?
Yes, but the Fed said this is bad, especially during the recession.
So they think that during the recession, when the people have less money to buy the stuff, it is bad that the prices go down?
Yes, the Fed would rather have the inflation.
So why does the Fed think we have the deflation?
Because the CPI said so.
But aren't the food prices higher than a year ago?
Yes.
Aren't the gas prices higher than a year ago?
Yes.
Aren't the healthcare costs higher than a year ago?
Yes.
Aren't tuition prices higher than a year ago?
Yes.
Aren't the taxes higher than a year ago?
Yes.
Aren't the subway fares higher than a year ago?
Yes.
Aren't the stock prices higher than a year ago?
Yes.
Aren't the bond prices higher than a year ago?
Yes.
So what is deflating right now?
The only thing deflating that I can see is the Fed's credibility.
Did they have a lot of credibility to start with?
No.
Why not?
Because the Fed has been wrong about every major economic development in the past 20 years.
You mean they didn't see the internet stock bubble?
No. In fact, they helped fuel the internet stock bubble.
And they didn't see the housing bubble?
No, in fact, they helped cause the housing bubble.
And they didn't see the subprime crisis?
No, in fact, they told us subprime problems were contained right before the shit hit the fan and the Lehman went bankrupt.
So has the Fed ever been right about anything?
Let me see if I can think of anything. Nope. No.
One hand solo. Hold the gold. XRP. In Northing, people have no idea. Let me help. We will see a tremendous surge. Let's watch.
Well, it may be. We're not thinking in terms of recession. We're thinking in terms of the virus. Once we stop, I think there's a tremendous pent-up demand, both in terms of the stock market and in terms of the economy. And once this goes away, once it goes through and we're done with it, I think you're going to see a tremendous surge.
What do you think he's referring to? A tremendous surge. That's quite interesting. We'll have to wait and see. Now guys, we're into the fun part of XRP and the XRP community. XRP brainstorm tweeted out, end of year under the Julian calendar, the new year was celebrated during the week between March 25th and April 1st. April Fool's Day was named to shame those who still celebrated April 1st as the new year. BG123 is a jester fool. So guys, a jester fool is a fun jester. Look at that. So March 25th and April 1st. It's going to be crazy what happens, guys. It's going to be very interesting. Next week comes from Guest1X. Next, empty trading floors and markets freeze. People head to ATM for liquidity. ATM freeze. Liquidity shortfall. Credit debit card freeze. Global system lockdown. The Joe replied, after the global system lockdown, people will be begging for money of any kind. This is when they implement XRP and ODL, on-demand liquidity. This will be the beginning of a one world currency, all my opinion. So guys, will this happen? They're going to implement XRP, on-demand liquidity, and then there will be liquidity again. This comes from Reborn. Old but gold. Listen carefully. Can you hear? Written in the stars. Let's watch this video. We are watching all these countries work to destroy the central bank system. Again guys, BRICS comes into play. The final tweet for today's video comes from Reborn. XRP community. Now more than ever, you need to find the strength to keep on going. Do not lose faith. We are walking our last steps of this historical journey. Must we continue to dance through the storm? The final hurdle is upon us. The future is ours. Do you believe? Now look at this, guys. Look at this picture right here. Mining all the way to the diamonds, but stopped short. And then he's going to take all the gold and diamonds because he has the faith and believe that it will happen, guys. So all we have to do is be patient and wait and see what happens, in the future. But anyways, guys, hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. If you guys did, please leave a like, subscribe if you guys haven't already. I'll see you guys in my next video. Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. And yeah, guys, see ya.